next comic, you know, if we had like senior superlatives for all the comics here, this next comic senior superlative would be most likely to start the next insurrection. Give it up for
Oh, hi. I'm Liz. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'm so excited to have you all here. Anyone here ever done crazy? Anything crazy? Yeah. Or someone they liked? I mean, we've all stalked somebody's LinkedIn, or memorized their car's make and model, or went to a Trump rally. Ever be there? Just me? Okay. Okay, before you guys all hate me, let me set the scene, okay? I was in the 6th grade. I was 7 years away from stepping in a voting booth. I didn't even know what the Electoral College was. I still don't, but that's okay. So one day I'm at school, and I overhear the crush I have talking about how he's going to the next Trump rally, right? And I start plotting. I had one Republican caucus on my mind, and his name was Josh. I'm gonna do like Republican hug after school, but like whatever. So that night I go home to my dad and like, Dad, I really care about American politics. And the next morning I wake up and there's 2 Trump rally tickets on my bedside table. My dad was also a construction worker, so that should add some context there. So I start planning about what it's gonna be like when he sees me there. My hair will be lightly blowing from the IBS scars from the man in front of me. My best training bra would be on. And I'd say, oh, hey, stranger. Crazy seeing you here. Me as an 11-year-old, I care so much about the state of our country. I just want to know how to make America great again. Oh, Josh, I heard you like to drain the swamp. Maybe I could come over sometime and drain your swamp. But so the day finally comes, it's finally happening. And my dad drives me to the venue, and they have us park in front of a mega Walmart and take school buses into the venue, which is also how I imagine they figured out how to take the new children that got drafted to Vietnam. And we drive by a bunch of protesters, and I spit at them, I go, you husbandless whores. You don't know what I'm about to do. You don't know my plan. And we get in, and it's just a sea of Caucasian. It was the most melanin deficient room I have seen in my entire life. Everyone there was either 40 plus or women that looked like me now. Bad roots in a shitty fake tan. But everywhere I look, I can't seem to find Josh. So I'm so scared. And I take out my BlackBerry, because I had a flip phone at the time, and I snap him a little photo. I sent him a little photo of me in front of a massive Trump banner, right? And I kept checking my flip phone throughout the night, but he didn't text me back. And I was like, oh, it must be the bad service in Merrimack, New Hampshire, aka the whitest place on earth. The whole night, Josh didn't text me back. So I was like, okay, I'll survive. The next day at school, he walks up to me. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I was expecting him to get down on one knee with a blue raspberry ring pop and say, please, sign this prenup. I want you to be my wife so I can cheat on you in 20 years with girls on Tinder half your age. I was ready for that life. I had signed up for it. I was ready. But instead, he comes up to me and he points his finger at me and he goes, you misogynistic, racist bigot. What? What are you talking about? So it turns out him and his mom, who was recently divorced, were at the protest out front. At least I was right about the husbandless whores. girl. You guys really don't like me. I've been to a lot of therapists. They got really sick of me really fast. But the hard thing is that being a former pick-me girl means that I've learned so much about shit I don't give a fuck about, like realistically. I know what offsides means in every single story. That is such useless information. I love Tame Impala. I know it's only one guy. And it's even worse because the only reason I gave up this lifestyle was because I met the boss of pick-me girls. Y'all ever met a pick-me girl so good at her job that she actually gets picked? She was so good, I was convinced she actually believes women don't deserve to vote. She was so good that me as a feminist, now, I looked at her and I said, it's your choice to give me no choice about abortion. And I'm dating a guy now who doesn't give a fuck about pro sports. I had to convince him to watch the Super Bowl. And we've been dating now for about 4 months, which like, new PR. But he's a little silly, and he does this thing. He talks about himself when he was drunk in the third person, under an alias. Which is only cool because he does it under his middle name, which is Wade. He'll be like, Wade got so drunk last night, he beat up a woman in a pit of mud. Not sexually. He actually beat the fuck out of a girl. But it's okay because she had cornrows and Wade is not about cultural appropriation. I love you. And then sometimes he'll be like, oh my god, this one time Wade was so messed up. He drove into a group, and it turns out it was a single mother and her 2 kids on the way to the food pantry. He also drove into the food pantry. I'm like, oh, it must be so hard to be Jekyll and Hyde, but just Landon and Wade. I'm pretty sure he thinks he's Batman, but instead of fighting crime, he embodies it. But instead of the bat signal, he just shines a flashlight from a Miller Lite bottle. And every night he comes home to the Wade Cave, which is just a really moldy basement with a PS2 and a bunch of empty Dorito bags. And he's really good at Madden. And he plays Dance Dance Revolution like, yeah, I'm Wade! I am crime! And this is, again, only cool though, because his middle name is Wade. Like if me, Elizabeth Ann Crandall were to do this, it'd be like, Anne got so fucked up last night. She rented out 3 extra books from the library. When I ran this joke by my boyfriend, he said that I should say that Anne brought a book back late to the library, and I said, Anne would never do that. Or it'd be like, oh my god, Anne got so crazy last night. She dated all of her friends home from the bar after only drinking water. Which Anne would do because she cares about her friends and their safety. She would never drive drunk. Or, oh my god, Anne was so crazy last night she volunteered at the food pantry. And then some idiot named Wade drove in. Alright, that's my set, guys.